Charles Todd here with DMG. We want to explain each of the 3 different inspections that we offer for the purchase and sale or lease of commercial real estate and what is going to work best for your deal.
So the reason why we have 3 different types, because everybody has a specific need or a different need. So our first one, our basic building inspection, is going to go through all of the components, the structural, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, interior, exterior. The whole thing is going to be gone through, and that includes the entire site. So whether it's concrete, asphalt, fencing, whatever's on the outside of that building or within those boundary lines, we're going to take a look at in all 3 of those. For the first one, you're going to have all the details of each, and then you're going to have a 1-page summary of a recommendation. So that 1-page summary is basically going to tell you everything that's wrong or everything that needs to be repaired or replaced. With the second one, the building assessment report, it's going to have that same table, except there's going to be cost to it. So for each item, say for example, there's HVAC that needs to be replaced. So we would put a tonnage, because each AC unit is different, so it's based on capacity, based on size. You couldn't just say replace 5 HVAC units, because they could all be different. So we get specific and break it down into tonnage on that. So there would be a tonnage, there would be a cost per tonnage, and then you would times those to then come up with that detailed price. So every single item is going to be itemized based on how that particular building component or material is quantified to give you cost. So that becomes a great tool for negotiating. If you've got room to negotiate off the price, you can sit down, you've got a 1-page snapshot of how you can start that negotiating price. Sometimes I know that buildings are as is, so say, well, why would that be important to me? Say, well, are you planning on repairing the building when you get in there? Yeah, I am. Do you know how much it's going to cost you? Well, no. Well, that's going to tell you, okay, I'm buying it as is, but what's it going to cost me to fix it?
Right.
Or even if I'm not going to fix it, I'm just going to hold on to it and I'm going to flip it down the road. What is somebody going to come back to me with as far as cost? The next one is our property condition assessment, which is a Wall Street approved report. It's going to have the immediate cost table, but also a 12-year reserve table. So that 12-year reserve is going to break down over a 12-year period what you're going to have to spend each year in order to maintain that building. So once again, I get into, does the roof need to be replaced in year 5 based on the effective useful life? Do the HVAC units need to be replaced in year 2 based on their manufacture dates and based on the ASTM standards of when those units then need to be replaced in what year? So those standards within that. The other thing that the property condition assessment is going to have is we're going to pull all the building permits, because that's important for us to be able to determine whether or not where effective useful life of components are. For example, if the roof was replaced 10 years ago and there was a permit for that, you're going to know. If that particular roofing system, and there's all kinds of roofing systems, whether it's built-up roofing membrane, silicone, elastomeric coating, TPO, whatever, they have different useful lives. So we have to take the building material based on the install date or the manufacture date to then be able to determine when that needs to go into that cost table, whether it's immediate or what year within that reserve table.
Yeah, repair, replace, and a value to that.
The other thing that we're going to have is an ADA checklist. It's a general checklist because the ADA compliance is very complex, but at least you're going to know based on a number of items that we have on that checklist. Are my bathrooms in compliance? Are my entryways in compliance? Yes or no. So you're going to know if the building is compliant, if it's not compliant, or if it's somewhere in the middle. So do I need to have somebody come out? Yeah, my walkways are not ADA compliant, so I need to have somebody further evaluate that. So it's going to give you, once again, a snapshot on what's going on with that. We're also going to have all the zoning documents in there. We're going to have some site maps, some different type of information that may have been provided to us. If we bring in other subcontractors who are specialized in it, then we're going to have those in the appendix as well too, their reports, and then taking their information and then putting that into the cost table. So much more comprehensive than any other report. So it really comes down to what are your needs, and we have a report for each one of those.
I love that.
And sometimes, you know, the thing that clients say to me is like, well, okay, that's great, but which one do I pick?
Right.
You know, and then we can help you from there, saying, okay, well, what is the property? You know, are you buying an industrial condo where the associations is responsible for everything? Or are you buying a high rise or a strip center where there's multiple tenants and multiple moving parts? So we want to be able to position you into the right report so that you get exactly what it is you need to make your assessment on that property.
Exactly. And one of the things we also like to recommend, especially for those who are leasing property, is to at least get a basic inspection done. It's just going to document the building. It's going to be able to tell you what's going on. You're going to have photographs. You're going to have recommendations. It's going to be like your record on file, your legal document for when you move in, because a lot of stuff can happen when you're in the building. A lot of stuff can even happen the day after we do our inspection. It's just like going in and flipping on a light switch. You know, one day it's working, the next day it's not. We have no control over that, but what we can do is let you know what's happening the day that we go out there to look at the building.
And we do that on both sides. We do that for the leasee or the leaseor. We do it for the tenant, or we do it for the landlord.
The listing or landlord inspection.
Either way. So whatever your need is, we got you covered at DMG. So you can go to all of our contact information here on the bottom screen, go to our website, email us, call us, whatever you want to do, we're here to help you.
Or you can go to the website, to the inspection comparison page, everything that we just talked about. You can see them compared side by side and make your best choice. If all else fails, pick up the phone, give us a call. Charles or myself will help you, and we look forward to hearing from you. And just remember, DMG is here to help you close the deal.